Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name is Tom Novak, and today is October 13th of 2023, Friday. It's Friday the 13th. Watch out. But the day's almost gone, so nothing happened, so that's good, hopefully. It's 57 degrees Fahrenheit or 14 degrees Celsius at 9 p.m. Part 2, the wall. I'm going to show you the wall. This is of the Caboose, the one track, and a Geranium that we're going to do. But right now I'm going to show you the difference. We got the O, HO, and N gauge for the trains. The wall we built out of lava rock, and we'll add some peat and sand mix between the stones. But first, let me show you the difference in the gauges. Now, what would have been really cool if I could have gotten a Z Caboose, but them Z Cabooses and the track are very expensive. So here, if you can see, this is O gauge. This is my O-Line-L train for my little figures that I painted when I was a kid. I'll forget my guy to stand up. And then here's my, this is the O gauge from the line L. This is the HO, and this is the N gauge. So if I could have gotten a Z gauge, it'd have been smaller than this, and that would have looked like it was really in a deep canyon then. But, well, I'll have to look around. Next time maybe we can make something better. Let me get this out of the way so I can show you the wall and what I'm going to do to it. This was when I was a kid, a long time ago. I don't know. Maybe when I was 10 years old. I built all this with my mom and dad, my sister. So, still got my stuff. So here's the wall I built. I had to use the lava rock and a hot glue gun. Well, let me put it down so you can see. There we go. I got the track there where the rock fell down. It was like a mountain. Then I'll add some more lava rock around here once I get the soil in and the geranium, our tree. And this will be our exit over here so that the guy living in the caboose can get out. He's not trapped in a valley like. But it was something to put together. I got all my lava rock out and I just hot glued it in the best I could. And you can see all the nooks and crannies in here. But that's good because maybe, you know, over time when the wind blows and all the soil and stuff goes flying through the air, everything falls into the nooks and crannies where the slide came down. So if we can fill that up, if I don't have enough, I'll have to mix some more. Just like that. And then in the pockets, because you know on the mountains, there's once in a while there's like a little tree or something growing. Let me get that in the pocket there. A nice pocket there where we could put like the sedum. I'll show you the sedum what I'm thinking of. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Well, you know what, Tom? We forgot to put this on our dish. Let me get it on the dish. There we go. Now I can pick up all the soil. So what I'm doing is just filling in the holes in the rock there. Letting everything go in because that's what's going to be. When the wind blows, the soil, the seed, and everything gets washed into all the crevices. Just like that. I mean, we'll have some areas where it won't fill in, but what are you going to do? I'm just filling in along the track where the ballast is. Just get that in a little bit. And now I'm going to put the soil in the rock so you can see how I'm doing that. Just like that. We got to put it in because that way there we can get our plants in there. Our sedum. So once we do that, there we go. fill in all the holes. I don't want to fill it in because you're going to say, how come you didn't build a rock wall so everybody can see? Well, it took me a good hour to do this, and I don't have that speed motion or super speed motion like everybody else has. So, hey, this is like the old days. What are you gonna do? So, just trying to get it in, and then I'm gonna add some lava rock around here so it looks like the tree grew in this where the boulders and everything fell in, and everything settled. So that's about just what I can do. How did that piece of perlite get in there? Gotta get it out of our stone. It'll be on the bottom, it'll be alright. I won't do a lot more to it right now because we have to get everything in. So let me get my spray bottle. Let me get some more back here. Let's see how it washes in. You want it to really wash in there. Good rainstorm coming in. So let me get this all wet, and then we'll get Mr. Elephant out. And he can wash it all in real good. And let's see how it goes in. There we go. Mr. Elephant. Or we can get Pinkie Pie. I think she has a better flow stream here with the triple. Well, I didn't put a lot in her, but she wanted to make her debut today. And I'll just water it in. Now this is how it would be in nature, where everything comes sliding down. The wind blows it and everything gets into the cracks and crevices. You can see there's some cracks over here. Let me see if I can show it to you. You can see some of the cracks in there. But we gotta try to make it as natural as we can. And you can see all the little stone in there because, hey, that's what happens when you're out in the wilderness. Who knows what blows in, what rolls down the hill. Let me throw a little bit there. A little bit into there. A little bit into there. Now this would be a great project to do with the kids, but Mom and Dad used a glue gun. If your kids are young so they don't get burned. And they can place the stones for you. So we just got to get it into the crevices the best we can. Just like that. The wall is built. Now our train, I'm going to try to weather it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tape some of it up, and then I'm going to put some spray glue on there, and then just throw some sift the sand. Oh, that's a song too, Sifting Sands. That's an oldie but a goodie. And put it on there so we get the effect like I got on my my O gauge caboose, because it's just been sitting here in the basement. And I really don't dust them off. I got an old skull there for Halloween. I'll show you that later. It was an old sugar skull from the Day of the Dead, which the Spanish people celebrate. So I got that as a gift. It's made out of salt, and I'll show you how that thing weathered. Okay. And then what I'll do later, because I don't want this video to drag on for you, I'm going to take the sedum and let's see if I can do a couple, because I don't know how it's going to fit in. I'll get my ironwood pruners, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. And I don't know if we can plug it in or just leave it like that, but maybe like in that one section. Let me see. I got the sedum. Cut the sides off. I know this would be a long planting, so I'm not going to go through everything, because it'll take forever and a day when I do this. I don't have the speed motion like everybody else has. So I think, you know, like in the back here, whoops, the sand didn't go in. I can push some of that in. There we go. I don't want to bore you. Just like that. And it'll be like a little tree growing on like a little shrub, because on the mountains and stuff, they don't get a lot of rain, or if they do get a lot of rain. There, let's push that in, push it in. Let me get some more over here off the side here. Push it in. See, I'm going to have to really fill these up. Really fill them up. There. Just like that. Just so you can see that stone there. You can see, Tom, look at all them little stones. Hey, when you get a rock slide, you get little stones and big stones. You just don't get all big stones. There. Get that in there and wash it in good. And later on it'll weather good. And then all we'll do is just push it in. And see if it takes. Just like that. Let me put it closer so you can see, and we'll do some more of the planting later. But that's how it's going to look. And we can put some in a little at a time. I'm going to have to really prune this and work on it. I'm going to have to really push the soil in between the rocks. And then the challenge. Steve from Steve's Bonsai Garden, he says to use Indian ink to try to weather it and stuff, but I'm not good at weathering. Steve, I'm going to try the old spray and throw some dry soil on it, some sand and stuff, so it looks like it's all weather beaten and stuff. And you can see how everything fell in between the track here. So let's see that. So that'll be all right. I can also to keep the ballast looking good, I put my Peace River stone in here. You know, just take some and just put it there, and just mix it in. So it looks like everything's been blown on the track. It's all weather beaten and stuff. Just like that. And then we're going to have to, once we get the train on there, we're going to have to super glue it to the track. And then it'll weather naturally. But this is nickel plated track, because the other track that they sell isn't nickel plated, so it'll rust fast. And it gets pukey looking. I don't know why, but it gets pukey looking. It doesn't really age good. So that's why I use a nickel plated track there. So, next, I'm going to get the geranium. We'll work on that, and we'll try to put it in here. And after we do that and put in our lava rock there, then we'll work on on our scape here, because you can see how when there a rain is, everything washes into the valley. Let me see if I can show it to you, because I don't have close-ups on this, but you can see how everything washes into the valley. But there you go. So, I know I'm not the greatest builder in the world. What are you going to do? You got to try. And don't give up. This is what's going to be, and that's all you can do. I mean, why give up? Never give up. Go for it. Practice makes perfect. That's what they always say. So, today is Friday the 13th. And what does that mean? That means it's dance night. So take your sweetie, get a hot cup of tea going, put on some good old-time radio big band music, sit back and relax, and remember when you were going out and you were still sweethearts, which you still should be. No matter how many years you've been married, it's still your sweetie. So you take care, everybody. Cup of tea, put on some good old-time radio big band music, Benny Goodman, Les Brown and his band Renowned. Who else? I can't think. I can't. So you take care, everybody. Have a good night. And keep your fingers crossed on part 3. I'm going to let all this settle in, and then maybe Sunday or Monday I'll start with the planting over here, and then we'll put the lava rock in there, because I saved some big lava rocks and some small ones, and we'll see what goes from there. And then I'll try to push the pockets in later and put some sedums in, just to have it a little bit realistic. And I can't do moss. I'm not like Sherry, because she's the queen of the moss. Or Nigel or Scott or Blue Jay or all the other guys. I'm not good at moss. Every time I do moss, it turns. Okay, everybody. Dance night. Take your sweetie, kick the table and chairs on the side. Grandma, get Grandpa off that couch. Do a slow dance. And listen to when music was music. Good old big band music. Take care, everybody.